interviewed a colonel. Now this colonel is a colonel in one of the more elite groups in the U.S. Army. Got a call on Saturday morning at 8 o'clock reminding him that a hurricane had just hit outside of the area. Was told that because the current administration has very strong ties to that particular part of the country, that they did not believe that this should be left to the reserve group because they wanted no screw-ups. So the orders to the colonel were very clear. Go down there, provide any support necessary to the people in the state of after this hurricane, and don't screw up. Right? Clear orders. The Army calls it intent, strategic intent. The strategic intent was clear. This particular colonel was in fact a very highly decorated combat soldier. He had never done this in his life. He had never actually commanded any type of civilian-related activity. He'd always been right on the front lines in hot action. Turns out, though, as part of the executive education in the Army, it's called command and control staff. They don't like the word control. They've taken it out anymore. It's now called command staff. He had been exposed to this thing called the Center for Army Lessons Learned as part of their executive education process. So he got on his laptop computer, he dialed into ArmyNet, hooked into the Center for Army Lessons Learned, and asked the following question. He actually showed me the type. What does the Army know about hurricane support cleanup? Right. And within 4 hours, he had a profile of the deployment of troops in the last 3 hurricanes that occurred in North America that the Army was sent to provide support and cleanup on, including types of staff, types of skills, numbers of skills. He had a pro forma budget, both what budget was requested and what the actual budget was and where the cost overruns were. He had the 10 questions you will be asked by CNN in the first 30 minutes on your arrival. He had a list of every state agency and federal agency that had to be contacted and coordinated with, and the name of the person that he had to contact with, and the Army liaison person who was currently working with that group someplace in North America. And he had established a Lotus Notes advisory team of the 3 commanders, 2 of them that were currently generals, one of them was still a colonel, who agreed to be his advisory group in this command structure 4 hours later. Is that relevant for British Petroleum?